Hey, what's going on, guys? Dante Trades here. And in this video, we're going to be going over FundedNext Futures prop firm. This is some of the most overpowered and favorable prop accounts that I think I have ever seen. So we're going to be going over a overview of the trading rules broken down simply so they're easier to understand. We're going to be going over the account sizes in a deep dive into choosing the best account for your situation. This is super important, so you want to make sure that you pay attention to this. We're going to be doing again the account rules and the payouts, and also we're going to be talking about why FundedNext is some of the best accounts / rules again that I think I've ever seen. This is like really insane. And I'm a six-figure trader. If you want a 100% free futures trading course, you can go to dantetrades.com/free. So who is FundedNext Futures? So FundedNext Futures is actually, they are huge titans of the Forex prop space. They've been around since 2021. They have over $200 million, almost $200 million paid out. And if you actually go here, they have 236.9K FundedNext accounts, and they have 67K of those who have been awarded or paid out. Multiple nine-figures paid out to traders, and they got a bunch of different like little plaques and awards here. 47K reviews on Trustpilot with 4.5 stars, so they've been around for a while. Huge titans in the space. But the reason why you haven't actually heard of them, and I haven't either yet, is because they recently just got into the future space. So I am a futures only trader, literally in the last 6 months, and they have, again, some insane accounts. When I tell you this, you're not going to believe it. And realistically speaking, these accounts are too good, and I don't think that they will last long. What you normally see is companies will come up with these really good, favorable accounts to gain market share so that they can get people using the platform and using their new products, right? And then after, they start to like rein back the rules a little bit. And we actually saw something like this before, and they had this this other rule, which we don't have anymore, but it was if you pass your evaluation, they give you 15% of the money back that you earned in the evaluation inside of your actual funded account. So we don't see that anymore, but just to say that I don't think how favorable these rules we're about to talk about are going to last, 6 months to a year from now. But right now we can take advantage, and this is super favorable. So let's talk about it. So platforms supported first is Tradevate, TradingView charts, and NinjaTrader. Account sizes and cost in choosing the best account. So again, really important here. So the first thing we have is the 25K account. Now they have a 1,250 profit goal and a 1,250 max loss limit. Now what this number here, 1, represents is this is going to be the ratio of when you divide the profit goal by the profit target. Now here, the profit goal and the profit target are exactly the same. So we get 1 right here, right? But just know if this number increases from 1 to say 1.5, 2, 3, etc., the higher this number is, the more difficult it is to pass the account. And note, you are not going to get or see a prop firm that has an easier or lower ratio than 1. At least I've never seen it. 1 is very good. So very easy to pass, right? And the contracts that you get here is going to be 3, right? So this is how much leverage you get. 1-to-1 profit ratio, you get 3 contracts. Pretty good, right? Now this is where it gets game changing. Now for the 50K account, you can see here we have a 2,500 profit goal and a 2,500 max loss limit or drawdown, right? So I have never seen this before, at least on a futures prop firm. So for a 50K account, you are still getting a 1-to-1 ratio here. So it's just 1 here, and you get 5 contracts in size. So you get 67% more size and no increase in difficulty, right? And that's really good. Again, everyone knows if you trade futures prop firms, normally you're going to see this number here grow from 2,500 to it's going to be a $3,000 profit goal and a $2,000 max loss limit. But here with FundedNext, 1-to-1, really easy, increasing the size. This is what I'm talking about. This is really good, right? Now, next account is the 100K account. Now here on the 100K account, you have a 6,000 profit goal and a 3,000 max loss limit. In my opinion, you shouldn't bother with this account. This is not good, right? Because you have an increase from 1 to 2. So it's literally double the difficulty to pass, and you only get 7 cons, right? So this is only an increase in 40% of leverage, but you're adding or making it 200% more difficult. So for me, for most people, either you're going to get the 25K account or 50K account. The 100K account, makes absolutely no sense to me. Again, you can do what you want to do, but looking at the value for the money is going to be the 50Ks for most people, or at least the 25Ks, right? And again, on all of these accounts, they have no daily loss limit, no activation fee, and they have a one-time fee model, right? So they don't have a monthly fee, they don't have an activation fee like most of the time with the prop firms. And we're going to get into the fees actually here in a second, but just know it's a one-time fee model. So for the rest of this video, we're going to focus on the 50Ks because they have the best balance of leverage to draw down for most traders. So pricing and discounts for the 50K example. So you can see here on the 50K, it is $159 per month. Again, this is one time. If you don't pass it, that's fine. You just pay that $159 and that's it. But you can get 25% off by clicking the link below and entering the code Halloween. So if you click my link below and you enter the code Halloween at checkout, you're going to get a 25% discount on top of that. And then they have, again, no activation fee. And this is something that is special, which is why I actually wanted to get this video out today. They have a 40% consistency rule on their accounts here. You can see here, 40% consistency rule. But if you get on this Halloween special, so in the next 3 or 4 days, whenever you're watching this, they remove the consistency rule. So there's no more consistency rule. So you have the 50K account with the 1-to-1 ratio, easy to pass, and there's no consistency rule, and you get a discount, right? Absolutely amazing. So again, you can get that special account. This is not something that they normally run. This is literally specifically for Halloween and for the holidays. So again, you can click the link in the description and use that code to get that special account and that special discount. So absolutely massive here. So a cost comparison to Topstep, because Topstep is one of the biggest players in the space that most people know. So Topstep, you know, they have a $49 eval. They don't have any discounts. And then if you pass, you're going to be looking at an activation fee, which is $200 in total. And if you don't pass in the first month, you're going to be looking at $250 minimum, $300, etc. Right? You know, they have this fee on Topstep is monthly, right? So you're looking at minimum $200+, right? With FundedNext, $119. That's it with the discounts, right? Worst case scenario, you're looking at $160. But again, if you use the link below, you should always find some discount or whatever on the page. It'll always get you the best discount. So there you go there. So again, it's just one of the lowest costs to funding right now, and it have way better rules as we talked about. And again, if you think we've scratched the surface of how favorable these accounts are, just wait, which we're about to jump into it. Now, account limits and scale. So you can get 700K in evals from them, or you can get 300K in funded accounts. Now you can mix this how you want to. You can do 12 25Ks, you can do 6 50Ks, or you can do 3 100Ks, again, which I do not recommend. But yeah, 300K in max funding, so you can mix and match that however you want to. And copy trading is allowed across funding accounts, but only if you own the account. So you can't be doing some kind of group trading or anything like that. But as long as you're copy trading your own accounts that you own like you normally should be and not breaking any rules, then it's totally fine, right? So evaluation, core specs, right? So the profit target is 2,500. The max position and the actual evaluation is going to be 3 minis or 30 micros. You don't get access to the full leverage when you're in the evaluation phase. So you get 3 minis or 30 micros to actually pass. And your drawdown again is 2,500. And the drawdown is end of day, which is the best drawdown that you can get. It is not trailing drawdown. It is going to be end of day. Again, also no daily loss limit. Very, very good. And the evaluation 5 key rules. So again, obviously you want to hit the profit target. You don't want to exceed the max leverage on the eval, and you don't want to lose obviously 2,500 of drawdown. So really, really basic stuff there. One thing else you need to know is that you need to be flat by 4 p.m. EST, and trading resumes again at 6 p.m. EST Eastern time. If not, they're just going to auto liquidate your trades, just going to close them out. So that's very, very normal stuff as well. Just be aware of that. So the consistency rule. So the consistency rule is normally 40%, which is okay. It's not the craziest consistency rule, but it's not terrible. For me, it's totally fine. So on a 50K account, that would mean that you don't want your biggest trade to be over at $1,000. Now, again, if you do get your account before Halloween, then obviously you won't have any consistency rule. But for most people, that 40% consistency rule will be in place watching this video. So evaluation time requirement, you have to trade for a minimum of 3 days with a 40% consistency rule with the legacy normally. So again, the fastest you can pass the legacy accounts is going to be 3 days. They technically don't have a minimum, but if you just do the math really quick, for a 40% consistency rule, you can't have 100% of the profits in a day. So the minimum you can pass is 3 days, right? Now, if you get a rapid plan, you can just pass in one day. So rapid plans allow you to pass in one day. You will see if you go on the website, they have a rapid plan and legacy plan. I'm not going to cover all the differences between the rapid and legacy in this video, but just the main differences that are relevant for reviewing the accounts. And that is the evaluation requirements. So passing strategy, example, rhythm. So day 1 or 2, you want to look at like modest base hits, $200 to $400 per day. And then day 2 or 3, then you want to bigger days as the setups align. And then you can get as long as you don't have actually not 1,200 but 1,000 or less for your best day, then you're totally fine, right? And you don't have to pass in 3 days. This is just a sample like strategy or rhythm to pass. Again, usually for me, I'm trying to get like a little buffer at front, and then I'm going like a little bit heavier once I get like a couple winning trades. So just be aware of that. So base hits approach works the best. So the funded accounts and what changes, again, this is going to get really favorable. So in the funded accounts, there's no profit target, no buffer, no consistency rule on the promo accounts, and 40% normally, which is still normally fine. So one thing I want you to pay attention to here is no buffer, right? And I'm gonna get into what that means here. But there's no buffer on these accounts, no profit target. And also you must place at least one trade every 30 days to keep the account, so totally fine there. And you unlock all the leverage, so 5 minis or 50 micros after you actually get into the funded account. And the drawdown stays end of day, right? So a lot of the times with futures prop firms, once you actually switch from the evaluation stage to the funded stage, it's going to switch from end of day drawdown to trailing drawdown or intraday trailing drawdown, which is obviously way harder to pass, but this just stays end of day. So again, best possible case scenario. This is really, really good, right? Now, payout rules. This is where it gets really, really exciting for me personally, right? So payouts and daily eligibility inflow. So they have no buffer, right? No buffer. So once you hit a minimum balance of $250, you can literally withdraw all of that. So you guys know if you normally trade prop firms, what'll happen is you will pass the first stage, right? And then once you get into the funded account, you usually have a buffer of, in a 50K account, it'll be like $2,000 or something like that. And then after that $2,000 you reach, you can withdraw above that buffer. But here, once you actually get into the funded account, whatever you make, you can just withdraw that as long as it's over $250, right? So there's no buffer, because normally what happens is you have to essentially double the account twice to even get a payout, right? Because you have to hit a $3,000 profit target, and then you have to get into the funded account and then hit a $2,000 profit target before you can actually make a withdrawal. You have to make $5,000 before you can even make a draw. But here, you don't have to do that. Once you pass, you can withdraw. That is massive. That is like super, super good. So I'm like super excited. I actually got some of these accounts, if you guys can't tell, but that is huge, man. Like that takes off so much time and so much, wasted time from us there. So that is really, really good. The only thing is if you withdraw 100%, it will breach your account, and you will have to start a new account. You can take it out. So say for example, if you get $1,000 in the account, you can take out the full $1,000, but that will hard breach your account, right? Or you can take out $500 of the account, and then I still have $500 left of drawdown in the account, right? But I just like that they give you that option that you can pay $100 for an account, $200 for an account, go and make a huge trade of, a couple $1,000 with no consistency rule, and they just withdraw that money. It's crazy. And you can request a payout every 3 days on a rapid plan, or 5 days on the legacy. Again, as long as you're over that $250 in the account and you're under the 40% consistency rule on normal rules, then you're fine, right? Another game changer thing, the profit split is 100%. You keep everything. Super wild. So you keep 100% of everything. And this is why I'm saying, like, all this stuff together, these accounts are really, really good. But I think the rules are so good that they're trying to get that market share and bring people in. I don't think this is going to last. It is so favorable right now. This is getting to the point where it's like, why would you even trade a personal account? Like, in my opinion, like, obviously they have their rules and stuff like that, and it's personal account is always king, but it's getting to the point where if the rules can truly be this favorable, it starts to go like, this could potentially have some advantages over a personal account, especially when it comes to like scaling multiple accounts and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's really, really good. Now the payout caps They do have some payout caps for the rapid. It is $1,500 for the first 5 payouts. And then after the first 5 payouts, you don't have any payout caps. So you can take out all your profits. Now the payout caps for the legacy is a little bit different. So for the legacy, you need to complete 5 benchmark days, and a benchmark day is a day of $200 profit or more on the 50Ks. And then you need to do that before the first withdrawal, and you can withdraw up to 50% of the profits, right? But after you do that first withdrawal, there's no more benchmark rule or anything like that. So on the rapid there, the payout is obviously a little bit better. Now for this is actually still good on the legacy, because this actually just mirrors or is still better than what Topstep has, or a lot of other firms, because you can take out up to 50% of your profit. So if you make $10,000, you can still take out like 5K, right? Versus like on a Topstep, you can only take 50% out and then up to 2,500, right? So and then after that, after the 30 benchmark days, you can just take out 100%. So it's still really, really good payout rules no matter what. And they have this crazy rule. They have super fast payouts, and they have a $1,000 guarantee. So if they don't pay you out within 24 hours of your payout being submitted, they're going to send you an extra $1,000. That's crazy. Again, like, it's getting so crazy where it's kind of like unbelievable, right? And again, that's why I say, like, I think because they are just getting into the space, they're making these rules very, very attractive for people. And then over time, I think they're going to scale this stuff back, right? But right now, so crazy, so crazy. Really, really good, right? Um, so who does FundedNext fit best for and why? So I think it's just everybody, like newbies and most people. They have super simple and easy rules to get payouts, and this is some of the best, if not the most easy rules right now. I've never seen something like this before. So if you're looking for a low cost of funding, and the cost is actually really cheap right now, in fast payouts and no monthly one-time fee, and it's very cheap, right? So low cost funding and fast payouts, especially with some of the rapid plans. But even on the legacy plans, you can still get like really good fast payouts. So in my opinion, they have some of the best products with a perfect balance of leverage versus difficulty, super duper favorable rules, scalpers and base hit traders. And I would even say if you're a swing trader, obviously in general, Propfirms is you're gonna struggle a little bit. So last thing I want to leave you guys with is just know, no matter what, Propfirms are just tools. You want to think about Propfirms as training wheels on a bike. Just like in crypto, I used to trade crypto before. We say not your keys, not your crypto, but in trading, not your capital, not your profits. So you want to always aim to build your own personal account. That is the real freedom and the real goal at the end of the day, even with these very favorable accounts. But we don't really know what's happening behind the scenes with any prop firm. So, you know, whether that be Topstep, whether that be my favorite take profit trader, whether that be FundedNext or any prop firm, we really don't know like what their money is looking like behind the scenes or what it is, right? And just know that and be aware of that when it comes to trading any firm. So that's pretty much it for this video. Again, if you want that special discount, that's going to be for the next 3 or 4 days, depending on when you're watching this. If you're not watching this in the next 3 or 4 days, still the rules are absolutely incredible and really, really good accounts. I'm definitely getting these accounts right now. I just bought some. I might get a couple more after this video, and I will update you on how it's going trading the FundedNext accounts here on this channel. So again, you can get that discount link below. Use the code HALLOWIN. And yeah, guys, happy trading. See you in the next video.